Oh, this is artificial intelligence trader. We look at. I was a few days off. I was looking. I was experimenting with Mr. Bing, the chatbot, and it was nice. Maybe I can use it for doing some research for trading and for making how you call it code for metadata trader that we are using here. I saw that I'm writing a book about it because there are only I saw only there's only a book that I use is this book. As you can see, this is one of the few books that are there for making that are there for learning the language. So I was thinking I make the Kindle also a book, make it as cheap as possible, write some stuff in it, and maybe people can look at it, and I will make it as cheap as possible. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. I will make that possible. Also, I will maybe show you in the book how you can use the help of chatbot, the OpenAI or Big, to help you to write code. I saw it can write code, but it is not flawless. I will do some examples in the book. I think I already published it. Did I do it? I don't know. I think maybe I did. There are some examples there. Maybe they don't work, but it is just to show off these examples that are in the book. They are generated automatically, and they are the good start to debug and to learn the code. So here we are at the Forex for EURUSD. We have today GDP of Europe. So this will be an influence on the euro, and it will PCI of America. So that I think we will see some big movements. So the first thing we will do is look at the PP. I said already for if you look here at the chart, because we are here in the this is the weekly chart, because we are here in this cloud, and also here you see this lagging is outside. Don't trade if it is in the cloud because it is unpredictable. You can of course always do it like a range between here, but it is not. If you really want to find a nice uptrend like here, if it hits the cloud, you see it will do all kinds of strange things until it goes out of the cloud, upwards or downwards. So if you want to trade, stop, don't do it. Look for another pair. Also, the moving averages are very close, so it is even very dangerous to trade in there. Let's look at if you want to do something. What I now found out is all my game is now to look at the PP. What is the PP? Besides the Ichimoku that I could use normally, but now I cannot use because it is interfered with these moving averages. I use the pivot points, and also you can see at the extremes of the pivot points. I can show them here. Maybe show you better here. So here we see the pivot, the PP. Here it hits. Here it hit. 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 And I think somewhere here also here. So we see every day it hits this PP line. And at the moment, where is Mr. PP? That's the pivot point of the day, the daily pivot point, and you have resistance is the R, and you have the supports that are the S's. So let's look where we are now here. Let me look. Let me get it better. A little bit more. Yes. So we are far away from it. So probably these are the moving averages. This is the hourly chart. So what I will think is that we will see a spike downwards. If it hits the PP as every time, it will be a movement like this. We see here the 1 minute. That's a little bit overdone. So let's look at let's do the hourly. The hourly we already have here. So let's look at the half an hour here. We see here that the cloud is going up. So this is the PP. PP is here. It's getting thinner. So I expected it will cross to the other side and then go downwards, and then it will stick on the other side, and we will see a downtrend. Why will we see a downtrend? If we look at the hourly, we will see here that it is in a range. You can see here nicely in a range. Delete. Let me delete this. You can see it is moving in a range between here, and that is this, of course. So I expect it goes down and up. You see here it is up. For the moment it is here also at it is the MACD. It is probably over a while it will go down. So when London opens, it will go in a downtrend, and after that it will go up in an uptrend. So it will move here in this range. So this range will be here, and it will, of course, here will be an important moment if it goes up or down. So I expect also the moving averages is going down. Let's look at the 4 hours for a moment. Here the 4 hours is also here. If it goes on the underside, it will go down, or it cross over up. So it can go, if we look here also, it can go up. It can go more drastically up to even here, like an extreme, and then fall down. It can visit around this point again. So you see already it is very difficult. Even the range is difficult. If you look at the hourly, there's a clear range here. If you look at the 4 hour, it is not really range. You see only a bottom here, but that's probably this bottom. You see a top, that is this top here. So this is probably the top. This top is the same as around this top. So it is in a range, and you are not guaranteed that it, if you think that it goes up, it can also, you don't know how exactly it will move. It's of course perfectly thinking that it goes like this, but it can also go, let me take another color, it can also go like this, and it will stay like this. And then maybe later, but then you already have a problem because of these moving averages here. So for traders, it is not very wise to trade. Move to another pair. For like me analyzing, if you want to do something with analyzing, I would go for the trade and hope that it will go again to the PP, because that is our looks like that it is 90% or 85% of the time it is correct. So I also expect today that it will go to PP. If it doesn't go today, it will go maybe later this week to this point, because we are in a ranging moment. So yeah, my advice is stay away from this, because it is in a very crucial moment in the chart, especially in the weekly chart, and it can break up, it can break down, and maybe this also has to do with the winter and other situations over the world. We get over everywhere UFOs shutting down, so what that has to do, what that influence has, I don't know. But yeah, for the moment, my advice is stay back. And also this is just to look at the data as statistically data, and to use how to use the indicators. This is not trading advice, and I advise to just stay away and just look, and maybe just do some exercises with ranging, that you can look if you can see if you can predict how it can range, because maybe this is a very good exercise for the next weeks, for the next 2 weeks, that it will be ranging, and you can look if you can guess when it goes up or down. So then you can better look, I think, the 5 minutes. That would be nice exercise. You look at the 5-minute chart, and that is a nice zigzag. So this is a nice, at the moment, is a nice uptrend. So you can say, okay, if it hits around here, it goes probably up until it doesn't go up. Then it goes, then it do a pivot point. So then you have to check with a higher movement, so like this. So you can see it is already in a downtrend, but because it is influenced by the moving averages, it still pulls up. So for the it will be reaching R1 probably, and then it will go down probably to PP around here. So that is what my plan is. I'm looking if I can predict how this waveform is now creating. I see that here also the lagging is getting weaker. So I expect that it will come down when London goes open, and with the news events, the 2 news events, the euro, I think it will spike down and up. You can see already the euro is going down, and also the dollar is going down, so the yen is getting stronger, and you see that the dollar is getting faster, weaker. That's why it's going up. So I think the euro will catch up with the downfall, and it will overtake the dollar probably, and that will resume in a downtrend for the euro USD. So that's it, and see you again.